And hello everybody, welcome back to the video. So you might be wondering, the video title says it's episode 50, it's a world tour. What's up? Why are we in the middle of this village? Well, this is our world seed. This is what the world looked like before we touched anything in it. So first thing I'll note is the village is different. Don't know if it's due to difference in versions or just the fact that maybe villages spawn differently every time. I don't know for sure about that one, but that's just something I've never bothered to test. Might be an interesting test to run. But that would be my assumption, that villages just spawn differently even on the same seeds. Can't say I'm certain about that, but who knows. But yeah, this is some interesting generation to say the least. Like, I get why I was so interested in this area, but at the same time, like, looking at this without anything here, it's kind of bland. I mean, yeah, that's the anvil I built over there. There's staircase, the bridge going out, but yeah, there's no mob grinder over here. That's one of the weirdest parts. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I terraformed this to look completely differently. But yeah, so just soak it in. This is what our world looked like before we did anything. This is the base. This is what our world was. And yeah, I'm gonna flip over to our new world and we're gonna take a look at some of the stuff that we've done. And here we are in our beautiful, vibrant world with phantoms in the sky who are dying. Because I hadn't slept for a while. I did finally sleep, and that's why they're dying. But yeah, so I didn't give enough time between episodes for grass and stuff to grow. So excuse the fact that the grass looks weird here. But yeah, you might have noticed that all this was stone in the previous one. There's still this lake here. I never changed the bottom to dirt because yes. But I guess where should we start with all this? Because I want to go about this in a pretty uniform way. I think we should start with the original base we built. This was like the first couple episodes working on it. We got the staircase, little archway. You walk up here and you enter into this little room, which at the time was completely empty. Now we got a book with some chords and a jukebox, which now I have a disc for because, yes, I'm going to put an item frame or something over at some point. We got a little window looking out into our garden, and because I did this bit later, I kind of want to do this in kind of chronological order. Not really, but yeah, then we just come out here and take a look at that. That's pretty nice. It doesn't look nearly as nice from the outside, though. That's one thing I will say. But then we can come up here. We got our beautiful bridge, which I am super proud of. I've actually had some friends build pretty much this build with a couple variations because they liked it so much. So like, yeah, I love this bridge. But then as we come in, we got our two base rooms, which is two original ones. We got the chest room, which doubles as a furnace room, and we even got a brewing stand and an anvil and all that. And then over here we got kind of our bedroom, which is really just hold the bed, but we got some nice decoration around. I had some stuff I wanted to do for it. I don't know if I'll ever make changes to this room just because it's kind of nostalgic looking back on it, but on making it. But yeah, looks nice. And then if we go into here, we got our 200 special. This was added a lot later than everything else. You might notice the build styles even a little different, but yeah. Ooh, my computer's lagging. That was very strange. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. I think we might be good. That was very, very strange. Very strange indeed. But yes, this is our 200 room. This is what I built for our 200 special. As I mentioned, designs definitely different from the rest of the base, which kind of gives away that it was built in a different time period. Like, used spruce logs for the floor. I used leaves for the ceiling with glowstone behind it. You know, kind of this redstone, blackstone mix. A lot different than what this is, which is part of why I usually keep this door closed, because while I really like the room, You know, it's more of a special occasion room to go into. And then as we come back out, we got our path, which I was very proud of this. Originally, it was just the spruce wood and blackstone, but I added in the basalt later on to kind of spruce up the path a bit more. I feel like it looks really nice how it is. This was a later addition as well to kind of branch off the path. But yeah, this was a really nice path. We also have our potato farm over here, which has served us well for a long time. We have a new potato farm now, so it's served its purpose. Now it's pretty much just decoration. I had to harvest it one last time to get enough potatoes to put elsewhere, and I'm going to have to fix that. Well, there's also some more back there that I need to fix too. But yeah, this farm served us well. It was very useful for a very long period of time. And yeah, very cool, very cool. Then we got our Mitch on Itch sign going up over, which is one of my favorite builds I've done. Like, just the sign looks really nice in general, in my opinion. But yeah, then as we come over here, we got kind of our, not garden, but like, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, kind of this nice, we got a fountain, we got some flowers around, maybe garden is the right word, kind of sort of thing. Some berry bushes lining it. We got kind of our line of forest here to kind of cut this off and kind of make it clear that this is a separate area. And then we got our auto sugarcane farm. So sugarcane funnels down into here. It harvests around. It's not the most natural looking hill, but it does its job to hide it. I kind of want to move it elsewhere nowadays, just somewhere like back in there where it's not going to be messing with the aesthetic of the base and kind of flatten this, but I don't know. Probably not the best time to be talking future stuff. But then we have our thanks sign, which has a jumping minecart that goes around it, as you can see. I had to add more powered rails because it wasn't going fast enough beforehand. Now it runs perfectly fine. We got the names of all of the people who were publicly subscribed through 100 subscribers. Lots of names here. Lots of names. Appreciate all these people. And I just did it in chronological order because I felt like that made the most sense. Which, I don't know when VCD subscribed. He was around for a while and I appreciated him. So despite the fact he wasn't publicly subscribed, I went ahead and added him just because he commented so much at the time. But yeah, this is our board of subscribers. Thank you to all these people. Like, the first 100 subscribers was really special for me. I really appreciate it. I love the jumping minecart. But then let's come back around here. Let's go towards the village first and then come back around for this stuff. So over here we got this bridge, which there's been a couple changes made to it that time. Like, for example, the way the posts were. They used to be a little wonky. Now they look a lot better, in my opinion. And like, this here wasn't solid wood, so that helps a lot. And yeah, overall, not the best bridge I've ever built, but it looks pretty nice. Then we kind of got some paths going down and around here into the village with our wonderful village wall around, which I worked quite hard on. As you come in, we got like, you know, some houses with some small changes made. Nothing crazy, but just enough that makes it kind of obvious that it's not a natural spawning village. Like, you know, I kind of want to go for an improved village look, not a unnatural village look. And like over here we got like some not carpet, but wool out of the front of these houses and stuff like that. Which we got this dude, but for the most part we don't have any villagers in here yet. We got our villager captives down here with these dudes, and then back here with these guys, which I gotta actually block that off before they run out. And we have some more villagers back here that are are the villagers that we're going to use to breed more in the future, because obviously we can't use these guys. Then if we head out this way, comes out to outside of the village. This was kind of... Well, all the villagers had fallen into a hole here where I had kept my horses before I built the wall. So yeah. And then when we come over here, we got our sheep farm, which has a bunch of different colors of sheep. It's definitely not finished because I want to have every color sheep by the time I'm done with this, but for the moment, it's just a bunch of different colors of sheep. And we got kind of these nice wool containers out here, which hold the wool of the color of sheep. And I also want to, at some point, put like a chest at the end or something, probably like right here, with some stacked up with shears for whenever I need to harvest them. And then we can come over this way. We got our farms. We got our carrots, potatoes, and wheat. Potatoes are really the only ones I care about because out of all these, they're the best flat-out food source. Wheat's nice for breeding cows, but until I get fire aspect, I'm not really worried about it. We also got a very work-in-progress chicken pit, which, you know, is going to need a lot more chickens to be a proper chicken pit. And then we can come over this way, and we got a nice little path, which I need to change this stuff to spruce to make it look, to spruce it up a little, you know? And then we got our staircase, which I'm still not 100% certain about this barrel crafting table look. Like, it's not that it doesn't look nice, it's more about how it blends in with this path up here that I kind of question. But, then we can come over this way, past our garden and through this tunnel, which was a much later addition. Originally, this was just a wall. And when we come out through here, we get to our mob grinder, which not much has changed in this area besides just the addition of this mob grinder and all this podzol. I think it's podzol from cutting down large spruce trees because it's the best way to collect wood in my opinion. And yeah, we just hit the monsters, we get experience, and at some point I'm probably going to switch it to auto at the point that I have an Enderman farm set up, but that'll probably be a sec. Or at least a couple episodes. I don't know how long exactly it's going to take me. But then I think really the last place we have to go is the Nether. I really hope I don't miss anything in all this. Well, actually, I'm going to go over the mine first. We've got kind of our elevator system. On one side, you got the water, which sprouts you up, which is very nice. And then on the other side, you just plummet down. And then at the bottom here, we have our enchantment room, which I'm still a bookshelf short, just because I haven't bothered. We got, you know, our smithing table, our grindstone, crafting table, enchantment table, and then in here, we can store some lapis and some books and stuff like that. And then as you come down, you got a bunch of different mine shafts for mining, obviously. And like this needs to come back a lot further this way, and ultimately just whenever I need to mine again, which will probably be a sec. Actually, by the time I'm mining again, I'll probably have a haste beacon, so I'll probably be doing a very different system of mining because I don't think I'm going to need to mine for quite a while. But then if we come down this tunnel here, we're going to get back to where we originally came in for them, into the mines. Like, you got the staircase there. This was before I had been to the... This was done in the first couple episodes, so like definitely a very different style of thing. Different. I did stuff a very different way back then than I do now. But we got another portal here, which it still bothers me I put it down here, but whatever. Then we get to the Nether. First things first, we got our netherite mining thing, which goes down there and then way over to new generation, because that way I can get gold while mining for it. Because when I first made this, it was early. When I first came in, it was early snapshot. It was the first snapshot actually, so all it had was Warped and Crimson Forest, and maybe was Netherite even a thing? I think Netherite was a thing at the time, but I don't know for certain. But yeah, then we come down and around, which I didn't have the elytra at the time. That's kind of why I did that trolley thing, because that's where I used to have to go. This is a gas blast, I believe. But then we got our bridge, which I'm very proud of this bridge. I worked very hard on this. Maybe very hard is the wrong term, but I did a decent amount of work on this bridge, and I feel like it turned out really nice. I know the Soulfire torches weren't really necessary light-wise, but they look really nice. Over here they were necessary light-wise to a degree. But then we got kind of our nether house, which is kind of supposed to have kind of a bit more of like an underworld type feel to it. You step inside, got some chests, which I still have a bunch of junk in for whatever reason. This was back when it dropped as Nylium instead of dropping netherrack, because that's the only way to make it. But yeah, and then I have this little basalt path. At least down around this. This was, yeah, like this was really cool at the time. Oh right, Soul Sand Valley was a thing when I built this too. I forgot about that. But we got our berry farm, which was because at the time my goal was to be completely self-sufficient in the Nether. Because I did a couple episodes off where we just lived in the Nether. And yeah, so we have this, and then over here we got our memorial to Stone Pit, which, for those of you who don't know, which is pretty much everybody on the channel at this point, because I only had like 10 subscribers at the time. Well, it was a little more than that, but like 20 subscribers or something at the time of my original survival series, which was hardcore, which is how it ended because I died. But we had like a Stone Pit thing, which, you know, I, for whatever reason I really liked. So somebody was making fun of me for having a stone pit, so like I set up like a whole patio thing, and you know, made it like a natural land or a national landmark or whatever. So yeah, I was very happy with that. And yeah, I think that's everything for the world. Let's go back to the overworld real quick. Okay, I did realize one thing that I did forget. This anvil thing I did over here. This was an off-camera project because, you know, at the time I did this, I like really wanted to work on something in the world, but I didn't have anything I needed to work on at the time. So this was a complete off-camera project. I tore a bunch up. In the end, it would have been easier to actually build it from scratch than from the original formation I built it out of, because I had to pull so much off of it to make it uniform. And we have a bunch of cobblestone and stone in here from this. I made a lot more stone than I needed to, because I just kind of was popping cobblestone in there. But yeah, this was an off-camera project. It was a good bit of fun. I'm glad I did it. You know, I feel a little bad for having done a random off-camera project, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I feel like it turned out really nicely. And I feel like the perfect way to end this is kind of with a flyby of the world at night, because I don't know, there's something really nice about having like all this lit up and flying over it at nighttime, and it's not something I show on video much. But yeah, this world's turned out really nice. I really like it, and these first 50 episodes have been great. I really appreciate the support from you guys, and yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you to those who have stuck around with me for a whole 50 episodes. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.